Welcome back to Is It Worth It? I'm Zach. This is Joe.
Hey.
Yeah, we talk on this podcast, Joe, just so you know.
Hi.
We're your two favorite random weird guys. You could consider us fun uncles or awkward cousins, whatever you'd like, or friends, I guess, or acquaintances. We don't have to be much of anything. But just know that we're the type of people that you ask if it's worth it. Because we're such experts, right, Joe?
Yes, we're experts.
Literal experts.
Yeah, literal experts.
We're terrible. We're just normal people. Now he's mimicking me like he's in second grade.
Like he's in second grade.
Here we are.
All
right, so you gotta quit it.
You gotta quit it.
I might actually slit his throat.
I might actually slit his throat.
Oh, wow, he tripped up.
Oh, wow, he tripped up.
Okay, we're done. I'm going to pause this episode if you keep doing this.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, there we go. So this is episode 9, I'm pretty sure. Could be off because my math skills are bad. But how poetic is that? We're going to be talking Star Wars today.
Episode 9.
Episode 9 of all things. So that'll be exciting. We're going to go over The Mandalorian also, which, man, I think we have both been loving it.
It's good.
Me more than you probably, but I have always been of the mindset. You know what? Let's just jump straight in. I have always been, and you would disagree with this, I would say probably pretty heavily, of the mindset, regardless, more Star Wars is better than not. I'm saying you wouldn't because of how you feel so strongly about the prequels. So, I don't know. How about you touch base with me on that? Because
it's okay. The Mandalorian.
Oh, I'm just saying the other point that I made too is I've just always been of the mindset like I watch Clone Wars, the animated series.
Yeah, well, I don't think those actually count as Star Wars.
It's canon.
It is, but it's canon. It's not real. Star Wars is not
real
that.
Star Wars.
Yeah, real Star Wars.
Is that right? Yeah, no. I mean,
there's the stuff
Lucasfilm and Disney and George Lucas himself would say otherwise. But go ahead, Joe.
There's the stuff that they make just to appeal to the masses.
Canon, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's the actual, the movies.
Also canon.
Some of the video games. Some of the things that they make just for.
You know what isn't canon that they did just to appease the fans?
What's that?
Star Wars Legends.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's that?
You think you're a Star Wars fan. Star Wars Legends is basically a series of books, and I think they also did a comic series as well, where it's all based around legends, quote unquote, within the Star Wars universe, that a lot of people would like it to be considered canon because fans absolutely love Star Wars Legends. But Lucasfilm and Disney don't agree that it's canon. So,
that's the stuff that they had, just kind of the stuff that they made about Star Wars, but it wasn't really Star Wars.
What do you mean?
It was like the stuff they didn't have the permission of. It wasn't official Lucasfilm Disney stuff.
I don't know. I
think that's what it is.
Well, maybe, but I think a lot of fans would like it to be considered canon because it's not by any means like. I mean, there are some things, but for the most part, it's not like, hey, Luke Skywalker's actually a woman. Like, it's not like crazy things.
Right.
Like,
it's just stuff that could have happened.
Yeah. Like, there's the whole Boba Fett not having died thing, which
Better than being a woman.
Huh?
Better than being a woman.
The best part about this is his community group leaders sometimes listen to this podcast, so I can't wait.
Well, I mean, no. I'm just saying.
I'm not
saying it'd be bad for him to be a woman.
I'm
just saying instead of it's he didn't die, which is better than having turned into a woman.
That's not what you were saying, but
that
all
is
right.
What I was saying.
Good save. Good try for a save.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've always been of the mindset of more Star Wars is better. And that's just how I feel about The Mandalorian. Specifically, like...
What's The Mandalorian about? Like, what's the plot?
Bounty hunter.
The major plot. What's the plot, though? Like, what's the arc?
Well, so newsflash for everybody listening. We've only watched, I think, the first 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
I think there's been 6 so far. We've missed 2 weeks. We'll catch up on that tomorrow, hopefully.
Right.
Wait, what do you have going on? Okay, we can talk off air about that.
Seems like a conversation for another time.
We're planning our day for tomorrow. Because we usually watch Mandalorians on Mondays. Yeah. I know it drops on Fridays, but he works, and Mondays he has a day off, so we usually catch up on it then. So we'll have a better review of the later episodes, maybe on the next podcast or afterwards, just depends. But it's about the bounty hunter, obviously.
Right. But what's the plot?
Well, that's what I'm getting to. It's an overarching theme of this guy is just a sleazeball, because bounty hunters are like that. They simply kill people for money. Okay. Then he runs into, and it's been out long enough. There's 6 episodes. So we can say, we're not going to give major spoilers. I think that we should do a review of the entire season, though, when it's done. Yeah. So let's not give major spoilers, but, I mean, Baby Yoda has swept the internet. Like, if you haven't seen the memes about it, you're under a rock. So that's not a spoiler by any means. But the bounty hunter, that's his bounty. Is he supposed to get this child, quote unquote, even though supposedly he's 50 years old, because Yoda species, whatever the name of it is, because again, George Lucas,
the green fuzzy balls.
Yeah, George Lucas purposely left a lot of mystery around it. I think that's fun, honestly, is that we don't even know the species name, but that basically all of them are force sensitive. And there's actually a lot of speculation around where this kid came from. Right. Because you got to think, we've only seen 2 different types of Yodas before, as Yoda and then Yodel. Or Yaddle. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Who?
There's another Yoda-like being.
Oh, in the fake Star Wars, like the Legends or the canon wars or something.
No. In actual canon, there is a Yaddle. You know what? All right. Well, we're gonna school Joe real fast,
but it's not in the movies.
Well, let's find out. So, good old Google's gonna be our friend. Yaddle.
Yeah. Yodeling is actually a way of singing.
And no. And what do you know? The quiet Yaddle was a member of the same mysterious species as the revered Jedi Master Yoda. Yaddle sat on the Jedi Council with her fellow green-skinned diminutive Force user. By the time of the Clone Wars, she was no longer on the Council. So, what do you know? She's in Episode 1, Joseph, in canon.
In Phantom Menace?
Yeah. On the Council.
Yeah, but
and
also
then when the Clone
does
Wars,
Phantom Menace really count?
Yes, it does. Regardless of what you think, the only thing shitty about that movie is Jar Jar Binks.
Everything else. The Trade Federation and the taxation
disagree.
of trade routes.
It is the perfect...
Taxing trade routes.
Literally.
Taxing
Joseph.
Trade routes.
How do you think wars get started?
It's a children's movie.
No, it isn't.
Then why do they have the cartoon rabbit?
Rabbit? What are you... Joe, are you on drugs right now?
Yeah, Jar Jar. The cartoon
He's not
bunny.
A rabbit.
He steps in the poop.
Joseph, listen. This movie...
It doesn't make sense.
Phantom Menace was literally created for the people who were children who initially
then why is
watched...
the cartoon rabbit
who
in
initially,
the movie?
For the newer audience, probably. But the
then
rest
why
of
was
the
it about
film,
taxation of trade routes?
It's like you're not listening. Because... Let me finish my thought before you jump in. The first trilogy, the original.
The real canon, yes.
77 to 82 or 83, correct?
It's 83.
Yeah. So, whoever was a kid then, my dad, okay? My dad was born in 70. He was 7 when the first Star Wars came out, 13 when it ended, okay? So, think about how excited he was.
Right, and how disappointed.
No, he wasn't. Because it was a good balance. Except for Jar Jar Binks.
Right, balance. Yes, the taxation of the trade routes and the kid that no one liked.
Joseph, how do wars get started? I would love for you to explain to me.
Yeah, it's not real life. It's Star Wars.
Greed. Correct?
Star Wars.
Greed, correct?
Star Wars. a useless planet. There's the kid that is, you know,
it's so
who's
funny
the main
that you're not
character in
acknowledging
Phantom Menace?
Anakin Skywalker.
Right, he doesn't show up till halfway through the movie.
So
he's not the main character if he shows up through halfway through the movie.
it's all about him.
Pod race that takes 20 freaking minutes.
We're never going to agree on this. I'm still of the mind that more Star Wars is better.
Okay.
You can disagree. That's fine. You don't like The Mandalorian.
I do. I think it's okay.
But you're not even giving me the fact that there is a plot to it. There's a bounty hunter who is a shitty guy who then starts to have some decency of a heart to almost sell. No, he did end up selling the child away. Then I won't give a whole lot away, but ends up getting him back.
Right.
And now they're on a journey.
No, I
together.
agree. I just think it's well made and well all that
And
stuff.
it's Jon Favreau too. The guy doesn't miss.
Right. I just think it's very slow moving, and you don't really know who the bad guy. Like, there isn't a whole lot of like plot left.
I mean, that's not true.
There's
There's a lot of different bad guys in it.
Yeah, but there's no like
They're not major bad guys. I'll give you
there's
that.
no like real plot.
But apparently in the past couple episodes we've missed out on key things.
Okay.
So 5 and
And there's
6.
no Jedi.
Huh?
And there's no Jedi.
Well, because there shouldn't be any Jedi.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
This is
Star
after
Wars is about the Jedi,
But this is after Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi.
right? But you know, Star Wars should have Jedi in it.
It doesn't have to.
Debatable.
So what? So okay.
Semantics.
So you think that Star Wars has to have Jedi, or it's not Star Wars?
That's what Star Wars is about, right?
No. What are they going to do with Star Wars after the Skywalker saga?
Probably have more Jedi.
You think?
Yeah.
What do you think they'll do? You think they'll do Old Republic?
No, I mean they're just gonna have.
Or are you one of those guys that doesn't actually know about those types of things, so you can't speak on them? Do you know anything about the Old Republic, Joseph?
I do know about the Old Republic.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. Go ahead. Give me some
the
of your
Jedi
knowledge.
were the guardians of peace and galaxy, and you know they got a little bit too big, but they had the Jedi Council and the Jedi Temple, and they had the Galactic Republic. They had senators from each one, but they also kind of ruled themselves.
Joe, basically, you're describing exactly what Star Wars is currently. What is the Old Republic? Yeah, there you go. That's probably. I would love for them to go the Old Republic direction. So basically, before Episode 1 and the Qui-Gon Jinn thing, and before the Clone Wars, the Old Republic is literally set like 2,000 years before that. So, you know, Star Wars is based a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, whatever that means.
Longer ago.
Yeah. And basically, it's about the origins of like the Jedi, which recently, the new game Jedi Fallen Order, which follows it was right after Order 66. Okay, so most of the Jedi are dead at this point. Follows this guy whose master was murdered, but he escaped as a Padawan, and this, I think it's 3 to 5 years after the Empire's taken over. So it's in its real early form, and one of the crazy things within the video game, and I won't give a ton away, but it does talk about the ancient Jedi and who could have possibly been. There's this entity known as the Prime Jedi, which would have been the original Jedi.
First Jedi,
yeah, the first Jedi. And one of the crazy things is the Prime Jedi is a master of both the light and dark side of the Force. They are the balance of it. Just like where they talk about, listen, guys, I'm a huge nerd, so if you don't like all these Star Wars things, I'm sorry, but this is what this episode is going to be about. So I'm really not that sorry. But, like, that's Anakin Skywalker was the chosen one.
Right.
And I think we've talked about it before on this podcast, that role was supposed to bring balance to the Force, okay? Which, obviously, the Jedi in their hubris thought that it was just the light side. He was just going to be the light side, and then the light side would prevail. That's not balance.
No.
That is an extremist version
Yeah.
of balance, quote unquote.
Sure.
He ended up bringing balance to the Force.
Anakin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end.
Here's my question, though. With the Old Republic, right? So Star Wars is a long time ago, far, far away. Their technology is like pretty advanced, right? They got spaceships.
Yeah, but they're
laser
aliens.
swords. Well, there's humanoids. They're not.
But they're still technically aliens. They're not humans.
Yeah, but they're humanoids.
Well, yeah, but humanoid just means they look like us. That's it.
Humanoid planets are like, you're human. You're like Luke is a human.
Yeah, but they're not us. It doesn't revolve around the same things that we have. Like, it's not like here.
Okay. What kind of technology do they have 2,000 years ago? Do they have like laser swords and spaceships?
I don't think they had spaceships. Well, they did have spaceships, but nothing to the like level of what it is in any of the trilogies from the new stuff.
Okay.
But the laser swords have nothing to do with technology.
Yeah, I'm talking about laser swords, like laser blasters.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay.
But like the Kyber crystal, obviously, has been around forever. Yeah. Which I was reading something that apparently the Kyber crystal is technically considered a living being. So it gives you the color based off of you as a person. So Mace Windu had purple. And the Jedi Council was actually really afraid of him because he tapped into the dark side of the Force sometimes.
Really?
Yes.
How so?
The type of anger and resentment that he had.
Okay.
So
he never really showed that in the movies.
Yeah, they do.
He's just like a calm dude.
No, that's not even true at all. Think about it. He murdered Jango Fett without even thinking.
Yeah, but he killed him. I mean, that's what he
didn't have to.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't. That wasn't the Jedi way. He didn't have to. He could have taken him in, and he could have been arrested.
Okay.
Instead, he cut his head off.
It was war.
But think about it. Anakin Skywalker did the same thing to Count Dooku, and that's what took him to the dark side.
Yeah.
But that's why the Jedi Council was afraid of Mace Windu, is because he was able to tap into the dark side and do things like that. So they were afraid that he would go to the dark side of the Force eventually.
Right.
But in actuality, he was a really good balance of the two.
Yeah.
Which is how it
Except
should be.
when he executed Jango.
Well, no, that's part of the balance of it, is what I'm saying. But that was him tapping into the dark side of the Force.
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
Which they thought was the wrong thing to do, but Anakin ended up, as Darth Vader, fulfilling the prophecy.
Spoilers.
I know, can you believe it? With the whole Palpatine, killing Darth Sidious.
Palpatine killed Darth Sidious?
No. Darth Vader killed Darth Sidious.
Who's Palpatine then?
So here's this crazy thing. You won't believe it. Palpatine is this guy, senator from Naboo, okay? Ends up being the chancellor. Huh?
Senator from the Naboo.
Why is it the Naboo?
I don't know, it just does.
That's dumb. Anyway, semantics. Senator from the Naboo ends up becoming chancellor of the Republic and the Senate, okay? Which means he's basically the president. Or kind of a dictator. He turns into an authoritative dictator.
It's sort of like basically.
I mean, it's a republic, quote unquote, democracy, quote unquote.
Lucas did that. He was trying to make fun of Bush after 9/11, basically getting emergency powers and.
Is that really what he did?
Yeah,
that's really why that was like that.
It was partly like supposed to be based off of that. Basically saying like you're in wartime and we can take kind of more power to me to keep you safe.
I had never thought of that.
Yeah.
That's a really good analogy. But ended up being the only Dark Lord of the Sith at the time because...
there's only two that can exist at one time.
Yes. The rule of two. But there's also the rule of one, which Sidious himself... It's also known as the Darth Sidious rule. Where there may be two, but there is only one absolute power,
right?
Which was him. He was the emperor,
right?
So there was no authority besides him. But then there was obviously the seduction of Anakin to the dark side, and your bullshit thing where you talk about how George Lucas has never talked about midichlorians except for in Episode 1. That's a lie.
Yeah, but midichlorians are stupid.
Then you just don't like Star Wars.
Okay, where else does he talk to them?
Look at any of the scripts from 4, 5, and 6, or look up anything that George Lucas is quoted from saying in 4, 5, and 6, and he talked about midichlorians from the very beginning.
Right, but
they might not have explicitly said it in the movies.
People got rid of the movie. People got rid of them in the movies because people who weren't George Lucas realized they sucked. And then he added them in because he had no one questioning his authority.
What, for the 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah.
Hey, man. I think it's fine. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's not to say that there aren't things that I disagree with in Star Wars, like Jar Jar Binks sucks and might be a Sith Lord. I like that theory.
Who do you think Palpatine is in the new movie?
What do you mean?
Well, like, what's he going to do?
So, let's finish talking about the Mandalorian, and then we can talk about the Palpatine thing, because I'm going to end up pulling up the newest trailer.
Okay.
Because, have you watched the newest trailer yet?
When did that come out?
Like a week ago.
No.
Okay. We'll watch it together, and I'll probably pause it so that we can watch it, and then we'll recover it and watch it frame by frame and then talk about it.
Okay.
But back to the Mandalorian. So far, of the 4 episodes you've seen, scale of 1 to 10, what do you give it so far?
You're not going to like it.
Oh, probably not.
Probably like a 6.
Yeah, I figured. I'd give it an 8.
8? That's surprisingly low.
No, because I agree. It's really slow right now, but you got to think about how many shows are like that. Mm-hmm. How many shows in the first 4 episodes actually get crazy good?
Lost.
Okay, name another show.
Once Upon a Time. The Magicians. Most of my favorite shows.
Yeah, because
Doctor Who.
Well, that's part of your problem, is you're being biased towards the shows that you like the most. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about critically acclaimed shows. Breaking Bad.
Very good in its first 4 episodes.
Bull. It was incredibly slow.
He became a meth dealer in the first couple episodes.
It was incredibly slow for the entire
He got diagnosed
first
with cancer, had a baby, or I don't remember.
Didn't have the baby then.
He got diagnosed with cancer and turned into a meth dealer in the first 4 episodes.
Okay, let's look at the first 4 episodes, because I just gotta fact check Joe here.
He became a meth dealer in the first 4. He met Jesse. Remember, he went on the thing on the little
Joe,
ride along with Hank.
We can't say that in the first 4 episodes of Breaking Bad that it's even close.
No, but it's still good. It still got you into the show.
All right, let's go to season 1 here. First episode is the pilot. High school chemistry teacher Walter White learns he is dying of lung cancer and takes steps to ensure his family's financial future. 2. Following their debacle in the desert, Walter and Jesse are left with a mess to dispose of. Skyler grows suspicious of Walt's recent activity. Walter and Jesse clean up after the bathtub incident. What did I tell you? The DEA suspects there is a new drug kingpin.
Also, in the second episode, that's one of the great moments in the show.
Oh, when he's in his underwear?
Yeah. So, obviously, some good stuff there in the first couple episodes.
Sure, good stuff, but it is, again, I'm saying comparatively speaking. Yes, there's great stuff. Comparatively speaking, that versus literally any other season or anything past episode 4 is nothing in comparison. Okay. All the deaths, all the crazy things that happen.
Still good, though. I'm not saying it's not as good. I'm just saying it moved along. It did move.
Sure.
It's not like it was slow or bad.
Well, I think Mandalorian is slow, but it is still moving.
It's moving, yeah.
But again, we still haven't seen 2 episodes, right, which I hear that it heats up a lot more. But you're not the only person to say that. You're not the only person that, like, a lot of people, I'll be honest, I was skeptical going into this, thinking if it was even going to be good or not. Mm-hmm. But knowing myself, I'm just a Star Wars fan, period.
Right.
So I'm going to like it, just because I like the stories. Like, even if it's nothing crazy, like the idea that it is all interwoven together across everything from TV shows to movies to comics and books, like there is everything. That's just so much fun to me, that the storytelling of all of it, you know? But yeah, I'd give it an 8 right now. I'm probably going to give it a 9 or a 10.
Give it a 9 or a 10, yeah.
By the end of the season. I'm curious to see how long this lasts, too.
Me too.
Because...
How many episodes are there in a season?
I have no idea.
Yeah. If it's like 20 something, that kind of makes sense.
No, I don't think they'll have that many. I bet they only have like 10 because they're longer episodes.
Yeah, but that's
too.
they're only like a half hour.
There was only 7 episodes in the first season of Breaking Bad.
Right, but what I'm saying is like when there's not very many episodes, then you should probably move faster.
No, I agree with that. But I'm just curious to see like how many seasons or if this is just a one season thing.
Sure.
Because they have a lot of time to be able to play with.
Yeah.
Because this is right after The Empire Falls, which means you have the entirety of the fall of the Empire into the New Order, which Rey isn't even probably a thought at this point.
Right.
So this is like 30 years that you can play with if you want. And one of the other cool things that I think is so overlooked with Star Wars, from the first episode, from Phantom Menace to the end of episode 9 when this happens, that is a 75-year span.
True.
There is so much you can fit within 75 years. Why the hell wouldn't you? So that's why I'm so okay with them overdoing how much they put out.
Yeah.
You can have an entire Star Wars Clone Wars series because
I just think it's just
there
not
was so much
respectful to the
time.
fans, though. It's not respectful to the fans to just make a bunch of shit. You're just making it's just pumping out content.
It's not just a bunch of shit.
It's just a bunch of garbage.
To you, how many people watch those things?
A lot.
Yeah,
because they're dumb.
No, because they're not you. And guess what, Joe? The world doesn't revolve around what Joe thinks.
Yeah, it does.
It revolves around critical acclaim and fans.
Critical acclaim. Okay.
Fans.
And fans. Yeah. Fans will eat up anything.
Exactly.
That's why, because they're fanatics. They'll eat up whatever garbage comes their way.
I'm going to eat it up.
Yeah, I know you are.
And I love it.
I know.
And it's fantastic.
It's like eating French fries.
And guess what? I can back why I like it. It's not just because it's more Star Wars.
It's like eating a cold pizza. You know it's not that good, but you're still going to just eat it because it's cold pizza.
Dude. Cold pizza is the best. Are you kidding?
Okay, but it's not going to make you feel good.
So? I'm still going to love it going down.
It's just like
I'm going to regret it later.
Yeah. Because you're going to realize there was no substance or meaning. It was just like a quick fix to...
Yeah, but tell me you don't like cold fried chicken.
Yeah, but that's not the point.
Oh, yeah, it is. Star Wars is like cold fried chicken. It's better hot, but damn, is it good cold, too.
You should tweet that.
What, Star Wars is like cold? Yeah, I'm tweeting that right now.
Yeah, I get credit for that.
You don't get credit. But you can retweet it and say that you said it if you want. I don't care.
Yeah.
No, I said it. You just told me to tweet it.
Yeah, that was my idea. It was my analogy first. The pizza analogy was my idea.
Star Wars.
Tweet that from the official account later on.
Like...
We'll tease the episode.
Cold fried chicken.
You love fried chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Chicken and
Hell yeah.
waffles. Yeah.
Oh, man, I really want like Popeyes or Church's now. Star Wars is like cold fried chicken. I mean, we got time later.
So you want to hear something sad?
Wait, let me finish this tweet. Star Wars is like cold fried chicken. It's better hot, but damn, is it still good cold. All right, what's up?
No, I went to church today. It's a Sunday. We're taping this on a Sunday.
Yeah, so did I.
Got one of those like those boxes of like, you know, people will make like the Chex Mix and they'll put like little sugar coatings on it, you know, that like the mixed stuff.
You mean Muddy Buddies? Like the ones that have like the chocolate on it or whatever?
White chocolate though, yeah.
It's white chocolate.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the ones that they do the chocolate and the peanut butter and then the powder.
Yeah,
like that. Yeah. What about it?
Got one of those from one of the people in my community group.
You got one from them?
Yeah.
Okay.
The big box, ate like half of it when I got home.
Oh my Lord. Fat ass Joe's back. Listen, man. I haven't weighed myself in a long time, but I promise you I'm a fat piece of shit right now. I can feel it. Like, if I didn't get cannolis yesterday that I have to finish now.
Do you like cannolis?
Oh my God, yeah.
Really?
What? You don't like cannolis?
Not really. It's just it's a weird texture though, right?
No.
Yeah.
No. It's like the center of it is like, you ever had a ladyfinger?
What's a lady? I've had a Butterfinger.
No. Ladyfinger is a pastry that's it's like a puff pastry, okay, and it has like a cream filling in it.
Yeah,
that's a ladyfinger. So cannoli,
like a cream puff.
Yeah, basically.
Cream puffs are okay.
But that's all a cannoli is, except it's got a harder shell, and then the filling in it, the filling in it's thicker.
It's just filling though.
Yeah,
it's like eating like cream covered in like bread.
No,
it's gross.
It's like pudding in the middle.
Not a fan.
Except it's like a different consistency. It's almost like an icing pudding mixture.
Yeah, see,
like I don't know how to describe it very well. It's like
dense,
thick, just like I like it. I got 6 different cannolis. So I've already eaten 2.
How many did you eat?
2.
Oh, just 2. Okay.
Yeah, no,
probably you ate like 6 cannolis.
Oh God, no. But man, diet starts tomorrow because I need to purge myself for the next like 3 or 4 days, because when I go home for Christmas on Friday, I'm gonna die for a week straight.
Right.
Because my mom is gonna murder me with food. So I gotta make sure
I don't murder yourself first.
So facts. But I'm really trying. I don't know how much I weigh, but if I go home and I eat on top of being fat right now, I promise you I'll hit over 200 pounds. And we're not trying to do that. I get married in February. I gotta get my shit together. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. We should get fried chicken later.
Oh, I'm so full. Chex Mix.
That's fine. We got time still. What time is it?
I'm never eating again.
3:50. Why did you eat so much?
It wasn't even that much. Like, it wasn't like the biggest thing.
So why are you so full?
I don't know.
So that's all you ate today was Chex Mix.
It's like 4 o'clock right now too.
That's incredible.
I don't know.
I really wish I'm still pissed they don't have a good chicken place around here. Might get some spicy nuggets later though. We'll see.
You get chicken. There's chicken places all around. You love chicken.
It's way farther.
Yeah, like 20 minutes away.
Yeah, I got to drive at least 20 minutes for that. Fuck that, man.
They got you go to the grocery store, the supermarket, right? And they have the day old fried chicken. It's like $5 for like 8 big pieces of fried chicken.
It frustrates me so much that we don't have. Like, do you have any idea what kind of a killing Chick-fil-A would make up here? I mean, it is Sunday, so I couldn't eat it anyway.
Yeah, but Anthem's not that big.
That's not true. This is like the white suburbia, too. You have, like, they would make a killing.
Yeah, but white people don't like Chick-fil-A anymore.
That's not true.
I don't know.
What are you talking about? They love it even more.
Really?
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, you're talking about the LGBT thing.
Yeah. They don't like them anymore.
Yeah, whatever. They're idiots.
Chick-fil-A is good. Chick-fil-A is overrated.
Here's the thing, guys. We don't get really political usually on here, but I will tell you, boycotting is stupid as shit.
Boycotting is always stupid.
Stupid as shit.
Yeah.
Regardless. Anyway, let's keep going.
Chick-fil-A is overpriced.
Maybe just a little bit.
You can get a $1 chicken sandwich at McDonald's. You can't get that at Chick-fil-A.
Oh my God.
And you've eaten those $1 chicken sandwiches, and I've watched you do it.
But they're not even close.
They're hot and delicious.
They're not even close to the same thing. Plus, Wendy's has way better chicken anyway. Yeah. Wendy's spicy chicken, dude, out of this world.
It's good. It's all right.
Plus, they always got
Wendy's nuggets are way better.
Oh, they're...
like, McDonald's nuggets suck.
You know what place really sucks? Burger King.
Burger King's got those good nuggets, though. No. For $10
Dude, everything about Burger King sucks. The only thing I can say is good about Burger King is their Coke Ices. That's it.
What is a Coke Icy? Is it just
like a slushy, basically?
Is that the thing you get at the movies for like $8?
$8?
Yeah.
What are you...
You go to the movies, they're like...
sucking you off?
Here's an Icy for like $8.
Jeez, oh man.
Been to the movies? Yeah, okay, $5, $6. I don't know.
Can we talk about how it is highway robbery when you go to a freaking movie?
Isn't it horrible?
Unless you go on like a Tuesday or a Wednesday where it's like a $5 admission. So then you're like, okay, then I can splurge.
You still got the snacks at a movie.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude, I'm getting popcorn every time.
So that's the issue with
you
the
want to know
movies.
The last time I went to a movie and I didn't get popcorn?
Yeah, you have to get popcorn when you go
I don't think I've ever been to the movies and didn't get popcorn.
When I was a kid, I used to wear a giant jacket and then pop the corn at home and then like put it in the jacket.
Joe, I'm not going to lie to you, and this might sound kind of racist, guys, but that is the most Jewish thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
It saves so much money, though.
And you're not helping your case. No, what we would do as a kid, though, is we'd go to like Five Below or something before and get candy.
Yeah.
I'm getting the popcorn there because their popcorn's way better at the movie theater. Because they douse that
in butter. Well, you douse it in butter. You douse it in butter.
No. That's just a new thing.
Really?
Yeah, dude. 10 years ago, you could not douse it in butter yourself. They did it behind the counter. Now it's
you asked
like
them how many pumps you want, and they were
yeah.
pumps of butter, and they were like, all right, fat ass.
Yeah, no, exactly. They're like, yep, your arteries are gonna get clogged. Yeah. It's like, whatever. Tell me how to live my life again. And then, man, as much salt as they put on it, it's just like McDonald's French fries. Like, they put as much salt as they can get away with FDA regulations, basically. But yeah, big jip. Back to the Mandalorian. That was just a side note because we had
Mandalorian.
You obviously aren't the biggest fan. Can you give me a reason besides that it is slow that you don't like it right now? That's really it?
Yeah, and there's no Jedi.
Yeah, I totally get that. I mean, Baby Yoda, he's not a Jedi, but he is Force sensitive.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not actually Yoda, and how do you know he's Force sensitive?
Because he uses the Force, Joe.
Really? Oh, shoot, yeah, you're right. You
remember he picked up that giant creature?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, no, I remember.
That's pretty damn exciting.
You're right.
Because think about that. This is after, again, the fall of the Empire. There shouldn't be any Jedi besides Luke Skywalker. Okay? Because Darth Vader's dead. Sidious, dead, supposedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, we don't know, really. There's no way he's alive. So, this is something I did want to bring up about... no, you know what? I'll save that for the trailer portion because I got beef with that. But it's also fascinating. So, I'm curious to see if we do end up getting Jedi at all. Do you think we will in Mandalorian?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Not even like a cameo.
Well, they're not going to do anything important because they're not going to do anything. They can't do anything like important that will change the movies. Really, basically.
But what would they do that would change the movies?
Like have like something that like some big explain. I don't know. They can't have anything. They have to have like it be set apart. Maybe they'll have like a cameo or something. Maybe like Darth Maul will show up in it.
He can't.
Why?
This is after the Empire.
Yeah, maybe he's still alive.
Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Darth Maul died twice.
Yeah, maybe he's still kicking.
No. He's for real dead the second time.
How do you know?
Because it was in canon that he actually died the second time. He didn't die the first time. He got cut in half.
But how do you know he didn't die the second time?
Because it's said that he died.
It
is confirmed that he is dead.
Who?
Joe.
It was confirmed in the first movie.
Not only that, but if he was 15 years older probably when the second time he came back.
Jedi live forever.
No.
Yeah, they have really long lives though.
No.
Yeah, they do.
No. Yoda does.
I think they all
No, they don't.
I think they do though.
Google it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's just based off their species.
Yeah, because Obi-Wan was like already getting up there.
Yeah,
like in age.
Because think about it. Okay, so Obi-Wan,
like hold on for a little longer.
Like I just said, like from 1 to 9 is 75 years. Obi-Wan is what? Probably 20 in the first one, maybe 17.
Well, the actor was about 30 or 28.
Yeah, Ewan McGregor. But what was he supposed to be like? Like, was he supposed to be like 17, 20?
Yeah, he's probably supposed to be like in his early 20s. He was still a Padawan, so.
Yeah, I think they were trying to make him seem younger, but I couldn't tell.
Maybe 19 or 20.
Regardless, okay? So that's where we're starting with Obi-Wan, is he's 20 years old in the first episode, okay? When did he die? In A New Hope?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Spoilers.
So that should have been 40-ish years later. Okay.
Yeah, around that, yeah.
So he's in his 50s.
Yeah.
And he dies. Yeah. 50s, early 60s.
Mm-hmm.
So he's dead. That's not long.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
It just depends on the species.
Yeah.
But I don't know how old Dathomirians, which is what Darth Maul is.
How long they live?
Yeah, I have no clue.
Yeah, I think also probably Jedi hang on a little longer, like toward the end.
Well, you
like,
said Darth Maul was in Han Solo, but Han Solo was also...
That was about A New Hope, around A New Hope time.
No, it was way earlier.
Yeah,
it would have been during Revenge of the Sith.
A little after, because they had the Empire still.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Like the beginning of the Empire, probably.
The first few years of the Empire.
Okay.
The Empire wasn't even around that long.
No.
Something people forget, it wasn't like, I don't know. The Empire was only like around for 20 years.
Yeah.
Around that.
About that, yeah.
Because how old was Luke when he started up? He was
early
supposed to
20s.
be like 19, 20?
Yeah, he was like around how old Obi-Wan was.
And that was how old the Empire was, basically.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it wasn't longer than like...
Yeah, because we forget that the Empire started, obviously, when Padme died. Yeah. And then
I suppose
he turned into Darth Vader.
I guess maybe for a lot of people, it wasn't all that different. Than
but also, think about 20 years
of
an empire. Okay. Like, so think about like the Soviet Union.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long was it around for?
From 17 or 18 until 91.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 75 years or so.
Long time. But that's just a continent of Earth. We're talking about a galactic empire.
Yeah.
Which is multiple planets spanning whatever. Like
a galaxy.
Yes, literally. So it's a whole different story.
Yeah.
On top of the fact that like I'm trying to think of something. Okay, like Nazis. Okay. How long was the Third Reich? Not long. 10 years? 15 years?
Less than that. Yeah, 32 to like 45.
Well, I mean, technically Hitler rose to power in like 27.
Really?
Yeah, he became the chancellor first.
In what? That was early 30s though.
I don't think.
No? I have to check on that.
Well, let's see. When... I love Googling on the show.
Yeah, when did Hitler rise to power?
When did Hitler rise to power? So, yes.
1933, okay.
That's when he was appointed chancellor. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it was 12 years.
How old was Hitler? He wasn't that old, was he?
He was born right at the end of the 18th century.
19th century.
Yeah. Isn't that dumb how that works?
Well, no, because I mean, the first century is, before
from
the first.
0 to 100.
So the second century is the second 100 years.
Yeah, I guess. It's just kind of confusing sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Hitler was
he
like born in like
1889.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Wait, 89. Damn, he was.
Well, he was only in his
so he was
early 40s when this.
Yeah,
he was still a young leader.
He was 44 when he became chancellor.
Pretty young for a world leader.
And then he died in 45.
Right.
So he was 56.
Well, he died.
Quote unquote. Yeah, I don't know if I believe that either.
Yeah.
But think about that. So the Nazis were around for 12 years.
Yeah.
The Galactic Empire was 20.
Yeah.
So because that's kind of what this is reminiscent of.
It's supposed to be, yeah.
Yeah. So that makes a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. I like the analogy of that, but okay. So you think that there might be a cameo of sorts in Mandalorian?
Yeah, but it's not going to be something that will change the other movies,
Yeah.
It's not going to be something that changes like what happened in another movie. It's not going to be a continuation of that. It has to be something unrelated.
Yeah, no, I mean, but like, it doesn't have to be anything majorly important.
It's just
either.
like
it has to be enough to give us a bone. You know what I mean?
Right. It's enough to give you. It's just like when they do like crossovers in TV shows.
Yeah.
Right. Like what happens in the other thing with the characters. Like let's say like one character from one show goes on another different TV show. What happens to him won't be important enough to affect the original show.
Yeah.
Because they can't count on everyone watching it, and that'll alienate their base audience. Because you got to think the people like a big chunk of the people who watch the Star Wars movies aren't watching The Mandalorian. So
Which they're stupid if they're doing that. But
maybe they're smart.
Actually, I disagree. I feel like a big chunk of people
It is,
watch
but there's
it.
also there's still a
You
definitely.
you can't put majorly important things that would be in the movies.
Right. It's still probably a fraction.
Yeah.
A fraction of the people who went to go see, say, Force Awakens watch
Yeah.
The Mandalorian.
Yeah. All right. Before we get into the trailer for episode 9 and our thoughts on it and because I mean, we're only less than a week away. That's going to be incredible. We might actually. When do you leave? Saturday?
Thursday. Yeah,
No,
I was thinking about trying to.
I think we can do it because I don't leave until 10 o'clock on Friday.
Yeah.
So.
AM.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if we could go on Thursday night.
Like a midnight show or something.
Yeah.
It wouldn't even be a midnight. It'd be like an 8 o'clock.
I was actually going to see if Adam wants to go.
Yeah, let's see if we can get that together.
Yeah.
If not, I get it. But we can try. Because I'll end up seeing it with my family when I'm back at home anyway. But I'll watch that.
But I'd like to see it twice.
Listen, I would watch that shit like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Regardless, because I'm a Star Wars fan, Joe. Right. Anyway, let's get into the sponsor of the show real quick, and then we'll get into our episode 9 take. As usual, our friends over at eToro are the sponsors. eToro is a social trading platform with, as we like to say here, super clean, super simple interface. You know, this is basically an app that is a real-time tracker of the stock market for any alternative coins, such as currently 14 different coins that you can trade with, which are Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dash, Litecoin, Zcash, and a bunch more. It gives you the real-time analytics and trends of what's happening in the crypto newsfeed, gives you charts and advanced analysis tools, which is really cool. And on top of that, you get to actually trade on the platform as well, but you don't use your own money. This is the fun part. You get a free $100,000 in virtual money.
$100,000
in virtual
money. That's a lot of virtual money, though.
Fake money.
It's still a lot of fake money.
To be clear, guys, we're not giving you $100,000.
That's still a lot of fake money.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. How much fake stuff can you buy with that?
Oh, so much fake stuff. Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. Like we've talked about before, it can be one of those things where, you know, you start investing with this fake money, figure out these trends, think you're doing a great job, and then maybe you think, hey, you know what? I should actually invest and maybe try my hand in this. Yeah, why not? We really appreciate eToro.
They pay the bills. They keep the lights on.
Hey, man.
They're good. They're good people.
Good people. And this isn't just like some new startup. They've been around for almost 13 years now.
I didn't even know about cryptocurrency 13 years ago.
Oh, no.
Apparently they've been doing it for
Neither
a while.
am I. You and I are not like Dan Brown, of course, who jumped on that wagon real early. Anyway, they have 10 million users currently. And I'm sure they're just growing by the day. So this isn't just some random app or this random group that we're telling you about. These are professionals that have been around in the industry for a long time.
Yeah.
So if you want to sign up, yumiandbtc.com/trade.
/trade.
If you want to sign up, start doing eToro, get that free money, have some fun.
Not real money.
No.
Be careful to know
Fake.
that. Yeah.
Fun money.
Yeah, fun money.
Okay.
Like Monopoly money.
Yeah, basically. Once again, yumiandbtc.com/trade. Okay? So, what we're going to do now is I'm going to pause you guys real quick. We're going to watch this preview, okay? And then we're going to come back, review it, talk about it, our hopes, our wants.
Our dreams.
And then, maybe our dreams. And then, once we're done reviewing that, we're going to have Joe have a good old rant real fast.
I don't have anything to rant about this week.
Oh, that's not even true. He'll find something. We'll be right back, though.
It's an instinct. A feeling. The Force brought us together. We're not alone. Good people will fight if we lead them.
People keep telling me they know me. No one does.
But I do. together. Is your undoing.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir. At my friends.
Confronting fear is the destiny of a Jedi. Your destiny. The Force will be with you.
Always.
All right, guys, we're back from watching the new trailer, which dropped 3 days ago. So I'll give a brief synopsis real quick as to what it was.
Good brief synopsis.
And then you can tell me how you felt about it, okay?
Okay.
So it starts out with Kylo Ren on his ship going to this...
Spoilers!
Yeah, how dare I? Going to this random planet, which... where it looks like he lands kind of looks like a Sith temple, probably, I would assume. And you hear, to begin with, at last, I've been the voice. All the voices in your head. And it interchanges, starting with Palpatine, his voice, saying, at last, I've been all the voices. And then it goes into Snoke, saying something else. And then it ends with Darth Vader's voice.
Yeah.
And then Sidious laughs, and then it cuts to a bunch of different other scenes, including the one that we've seen a billion times before of Kylo Ren and Rey fighting over, like, on some type of ship or water planet where it's like having a giant storm, and you just see a couple like battles that end up happening in space with like the Millennium Falcon and Chewbacca and Lando Calrissian and all the other new characters as well.
You know what's going to bother me about this, though? And you're right. You know what's going to bother me about is if, like how Palpatine's in it and like whatever, if it's all just going to be like voices in his head, if that's the extent of like, having teased Palpatine, now teasing Vader, having teased Snoke.
I think that's what it's going to be.
That sucks.
I think it's going to be like a Force ghost.
Yeah, that sucks.
Like
though.
with the Sith.
That kind of sucks.
Well,
if you still don't know who Snoke was or Snokes.
Yeah. Who the hell was that guy? There was no story about him at all.
He's a horrible villain.
Yeah, really bad. Yeah. I don't know what they were thinking.
Yeah.
He was a villain for like 2 seconds and then they murdered him.
He had no motivation.
No,
we didn't
nothing.
know where he came from.
We knew nothing about him.
Yeah. Just the bad guy.
I saw a really funny meme actually where
bad guy.
All right, Billy. I saw a really funny meme where it was like, this is what Snoke's face would have looked like before all the battle scars. And then they brought it to where he looked like a little kid, and he looks like the youngling that Anakin Skywalker killed in the Jedi Temple when he goes, Master Skywalker, what are you doing?
Yeah.
He looks like that kid.
Yeah.
Which is funny, because that kid's totally dead.
Yeah, he killed all the kids.
Oh, yeah. So, I got two things about Palpatine with this. Well, one thing about Palpatine, one thing about the whole Force Ghost thing. So, in the comics and in canon, Palpatine is so powerful that if Vader wouldn't have killed him, he technically would have lived forever.
What do you mean?
He would have lived forever. I don't know how, but it is well understood that Palpatine being the...
So he was immortal?
Yes.
Immortal aside from people killing him?
Yes. Because he was the Supreme Lord of the Sith.
Okay. He just could harness like the force power
Yes.
to not die.
Yes, basically.
Yeah, to not like get.
Which is what he tried to lead Anakin to the dark side with to begin with, is that the dark side was so powerful it could even cause people to not die.
Right.
Which
Dark side sounds way better than the
oh
light side.
yeah, dog.
Yeah.
Besides having to kill a bunch of kids and shit.
Yeah, but
like,
you could just like
I could just wait till they're older.
and kill them.
Yeah,
It's
when
like
they're
groom
adults,
them
I
and
wouldn't
then-
feel as
and
bad.
then-
Yeah,
and then kill them.
yeah. Just like lambs to the slaughter, dog.
Yeah.
But so that's pretty crazy. Because we never did see if Palpatine was dead or not.
I mean,
It's
it would have been
understood-
hard just because he went down and then the Death Star exploded.
Yeah, exactly,
Spoilers.
exactly. But it didn't explode right away. Think about it, because it exploded in enough time to where
He could have feasibly gotten away.
Yeah, Luke basically carried Darth Vader to the ship, and then
Right.
Darth Vader died like at the front
And
of
then
the ship.
they flew away,
Yes.
and then it exploded.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So there would have been enough time for Palpatine to get away, technically.
Right.
And we never see a body. That's just like I've always hoped, and I don't think it's true, that Mace Windu survived that attack.
Yeah, I mean, he flew out the window, and then what?
All you saw was his hand got cut off, and he flew out the window. You never saw him hit anything. You never.
I mean, look, remember
anything.
in the Attack of the Clones. I mean, Obi-Wan falls from that window, and
Yeah,
he's like
for
fine.
like 300 stories
Yeah,
and lands
he's-
on a freaking
he's-
thing.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah. So why can't Mace Windu do that, dude?
Maybe it was just a plot hole in the horrible series of movies.
All right, calm down. No, Revenge of the Sith was a good movie.
Horrible.
Clone Wars, I'll agree.
Didn't, why is that? Why did Anakin become bad? They didn't show it. He just was good, and then he was bad.
That's not true at
No
all.
character development whatsoever.
That is the dumbest thing you may
Hayden
have ever
Christensen,
said.
more like, hey, don't act again.
You're so dumb. Literally, the entirety of the first 3 films shows how he doesn't believe in the Jedi way, and that he thinks that they're weak and that they're liars. And it's such a progression of it, and it shows it the entire way through. That he doesn't believe in some of their ethics, and he sees that how hypocritical they are, and that they think they're above the law, or that they are the law when they aren't. Like, literally, you mustn't even watch these movies, or you just don't care enough. Anyway, let's keep going.
It was just so poorly done.
You're so dumb. And the second thing, I am big on, I really want to buy the, there was a Vader comic series, called Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith, that came out in 2017, was around for 25 comics, which I think was in bi-weekly segments, so it was a little over a year, I think. And it went from the beginning, it literally starts after he became Vader, like right after on Mustafar, and it goes 3 to 5 years into the Empire. Okay. One of the crazy things is Lord Momin is one of the Sith that shows up in the comic series.
Sure.
And he was, this is where it ties into what we're talking about.
Ties in, yeah.
Lord Momin had a helmet, just like Darth Vader. It was a different looking one.
Yeah. Kind of like the dude from Spaceballs who had that helmet.
Yeah, same thing.
Lord Helmet.
Perfect. But Momin still possessed the helmet after he died. So his spirit was in it. He could speak to people through it, and whoever wore the helmet was possessed by him. He was like a ghost, basically, like a Sith Force ghost. Right. Okay. And this is again probably, I think this portion of the comic was three or 5 years after the after Revenge of the Sith, and so Vader is trying desperately to see Padme again. She's been dead for years now,
but he wants.
But he believes that the dark
Does he
side
really
of the
think
Force.
She's going to be into him.
That's the dumbest part, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But anyway, Lord Momin, once he finds his helmet, says that he knows a way to get to Padme. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, and Vader's super pissed because he was told this before by Palpatine.
Right.
And Palpatine lied to him. And so Momin, the helmet gets put on somebody on Mustafar, and the whole reason that Vader is on Mustafar is he wanted his own planet. So Palpatine has Coruscant as his planet. Mm-hmm. No. And Vader was like, listen, I want my own planet.
Well, was it
That is
really,
mine.
was Coruscant his planet?
Yes.
Like it was a pretty populated planet though.
But it was his.
Right.
Like, he ruled it.
Right,
Like,
okay.
he might have ruled the entire galaxy, technically, but, like, no one could escape him on Coruscant.
Okay.
It was his.
It's like his lair.
Yes, basically. And Vader wanted that. So he chose Mustafar, of all places, because that's where he became Darth Vader. That's when it happened.
Yeah.
So he thought that he could harness the power of the planet, and there was something specifically in the planet that he thought he could harness to reach Padme. And Momin, he puts his helmet on some guy, and Momin's like, all right, I can build you this castle that we can help summon her through. He's like, okay, cool. He's pissed because he doesn't think it's possible. And it shows the years over the progression of the different bodies that Momin possesses, because every time he fails, Vader kills the body that he's in and then just puts the helmet on whoever the next guy is, the poor sap that's going to be Momin now, quote unquote. It gets to the point where they're on the 9th installment of this castle that supposedly is supposed to help
Get
Padme
back, yeah.
Okay. And Vader says, listen, if this one doesn't work, there will not be a 10th. This is it.
Yeah.
And he opens this crazy interdimensional portal type of thing within the castle. Okay. And guess who pops out of it?
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Lord Momin. He manipulated Vader into releasing him.
Bringing his body back.
Back. And his body came back, and he was fighting Vader, and he almost killed Vader. But then at the very last second, Vader killed him.
What happened to Padme?
So here's the crazy part. He goes into the portal after the fact, and it's like a spirit, like dimensional realm type of thing, where it shows all the things he's done in his life. It's basically a spiritual realm of his life. And at the end of it is Padme. And she's there. But then she turns into like this demon creature. And he loses his shit. He literally, afterwards, walks out of this dimensional rift and destroys his entire castle by hand with the Force. Because he's in such like a rage and sadness that he nearly destroys the planet itself. Mm-hmm. Because like he's obviously the biggest gangster in the galaxy.
Right.
But that brings to the point of what I was talking about with Lord Momin. He came through that portal and was technically still alive.
Yeah.
But he was speaking through that helmet the whole time. Okay. Just like Vader. Now here's the problem. I don't think that's really Vader speaking. I think it's a figment of his imagination, or it's Sidious.
Vader turned good at the end. I mean,
He's a forced ghost, a light side force ghost at the end of Return of the Jedi.
Why it's disappointing that if they're all like that. I was looking forward to seeing Palpatine again.
Yeah, me too. But I think it's like some type of a perversion that Palpatine is doing.
Yeah,
like through like a forced ghost of sorts, pretending to be Snoke and Vader, because we know Vader isn't doing that.
Yeah, Vader's like good now.
Yes.
And dead.
Yeah. So I think it's just going to be a Force ghost. I don't think he's alive, but it is possible is what I'm saying, because it has happened where they have come out of this weird spiritual interdimensional thing where Lord Momin was considered one of the biggest Sith of all time.
Yeah.
And he was so powerful that he came back from the dead, which Sidious was the most powerful Sith to ever live.
Not Plagueis.
That's true. Plagueis was the most, and then Sidious was second technically. But Plagueis, again, they say in episode 3, was even able to stop death itself. Which we don't know if Plagueis ever died technically.
Well, he killed him in his sleep, right?
Yes. Yeah. But like I said, Lord Momin came back, so Plagueis could.
Yeah. Maybe that'll be what the next series is about.
Maybe. That'd be really cool. Yeah. I'm kind of curious to see where it would go.
But you don't really think there's going to be Jedi and Sith in the next series?
No, I do.
Okay.
Like I said, I hope it's the Old Republic.
Yeah.
Because I think that's such like a fascinating... It's a completely different world. Like, it wouldn't be about the Skywalkers.
Right.
But it would still be about Jedi and all of that. It would be like a mega origin story of the entire Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
Which I think would be pretty cool, but I don't know what they would do, honestly. I hope they don't do something shitty like whoever that kid is with the broom or
That'd
whatever.
be awesome.
No, I wouldn't like that.
Why not?
I don't know. I just want them to, I don't know. I just feel like I wouldn't like that. Because I just don't have faith in them continuing the story. I have more faith in them
Going back to something they know.
Yes.
Yeah.
that already
Building
has
on something that you already care about.
Exactly. Building something that there's already something to it instead of completely creating something new.
Yeah.
I don't trust them with that. Disney specifically is what I'm talking about. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for this new Star Wars movie after seeing that trailer too?
Like a 7. Like a 7 or 8. Yeah.
I'm probably about an 8 or a 9.
Yeah.
I don't think I still think, and I'm being dead serious, I think the first 6 movies are better than these ones.
Do you think the taxation of the trade routes one is, and the Jar Jar and then the stupid clones fighting?
I like
stupid
Clone Wars
droids.
sucks. I would give Last Jedi higher than that. I don't like Force Awakens that much.
Okay.
It's good.
You're just there's nothing good
except
about,
I do like Han Solo.
No good
in
part.
7.
No good part of the prequels.
That's so false.
Except when they were over.
So false.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? Let's do this. Joe isn't going to have a rant this week. I am. So you're going to sit there.
I'm already sitting there.
And I'm going to rant about something.
go and rant.
You know what I hate?
Me.
No. I hate people like you, though. I hate
Like
the
dark
type...
like me?
Yeah, you know me. Good old racist Zach. Yeah. No. What I hate is when people, specifically... I hate the people that hate the prequels because they're just riding a train of bullshit.
Okay.
No, you're supposed to sit there and be quiet. This is what it's going to be. You ride a train of bullshit because it's the cool thing to do. You're such a hipster with your thought. Like, oh my gosh.
What are you talking
George
about? The
Lucas,
hipster thing. The
George
hipster thing
Lucas
is for the people who are saying, actually, the prequels are good.
No, not at all.
That's the new thing.
There's a lot of people that like it.
Nobody likes it except the dummies.
Bullshit. I will look up reviews right now for fans and for critics, and I guarantee.
The new thing.
I guarantee.
The new thing is
you're being
prequels
dumb.
were pretty good.
You're being dumb. Let's look this up real quick, because I'm going to prove a point here, Joseph. Star Wars.
And those are the worst sorts of people who are like, actually, let's rethink it. The lightsaber battles were so cool.
There's nothing to rethink. There are a couple shitty things, and I'll totally agree. Clone Wars was way too long. I have no idea why that movie was 3.5 hours long. It was dumb. There were lots of dumb things about it. But to say that they're like not even worth being Star Wars is stupid. That is the thing that I hate the most, is everybody wants to shit on them, but guess what?
What?
You wouldn't have done better.
Yeah, I would have.
No, you wouldn't have, because you wouldn't have had anything to go off of.
Because I would have, unlike George Lucas, I would have actually listened.
It's his universe.
I would have listened to people
what he
who
wants.
said what to do. Because I would have listened to input instead of just doing everything I wanted and being a dictator.
It's his universe. He has the authority to do that.
Yeah, he does. And he has the authority to make movies that people don't like.
So here's the thing. How about people who write books, Joe? How about J.K. Rowling? Did she create that entire universe herself? Do you think she took any shit from anybody who told her, hey, you should make it like this? No, because she made it. George Lucas did the same thing, and we want to give him shit for it.
No, he has every right to do that, and I have every right to say it's not good.
No, you're acting like he needed people's approval. Guess what? That's not how this works. So you're wrong. Suck it. So that's all for this week.
Yeah.
Joe doesn't even know what to do now. We're going to get fried chicken and hold each other later. He's excited about the holding. He's not hungry. All right. That got hot and heavy. I liked it.
How hopefully what Rise of Skywalker's.
Man, I really hope it doesn't suck.
Pretty good.
I really hope it doesn't suck. If I'm being honest,
Yeah,
like
too.
that'd be a really shitty way to end the Skywalker. Like,
I mean, it's
run.
not over. In 20 years, they're going to say, "Ooh, let's bring back the Skywalker trilogy."
You think that's what'll happen?
Of course, it's Disney.
I'm kind of curious to see, like, because you know how in '97 they had the CGI of the initials put in,
Yeah,
and then
sucked.
That's not true. And
Ruined the movies. Yeah.
oh my god, horrible takes when it comes. You shouldn't even be a Star Wars fan.
Everyone, no,
It's not Universal. Don't give me that bullshit. You
They
literally
added shit in the middle of the screen.
You complain about every single Star Wars movie. I don't even think you're a fan the way you talk about it.
I love the original trilogy.
I don't even think you're
Force
a fan.
Awakens.
I don't even think you're a fan of Star Wars the way you talk about it. If you talked about a woman the way you talk about Star Wars, I wouldn't even think you liked her. But you want to act like you're a fan. If you talked about anything the way that you talk about Star Wars, I wouldn't think you even liked it. If you had your favorite food and it was in front of you and you said half the shit you talk about Star Wars, I wouldn't even think you'd want to eat it. You should think about that. I hope Rise of Skywalker doesn't suck. You do too. I love you, but you're an idiot. You know I'm right about that too.
No, I just have the right opinion on Star Wars, but it's fine.
You don't even like it.
And you've been misled by the corporation trying to get you to like it.
The corporation. Yeah. Joseph, when do I let anybody run my life?
You're getting married, aren't you?
Yeah. And
Just
that's
kidding.
a joint effort.
Just kidding.
I don't let anybody run my life, so don't give me that corporate bullshit. Okay. But this is one of our longer episodes.
Yeah.
Almost an hour and 15 minutes. But I thought that was a good one. I didn't know that we were going to be able to talk about Star Wars for that long, but I'm a freaking nerd when it comes to it, so I can carry that puppy if I have to. So you're hoping it's going to be you're 7 excited, right?
Yeah, I think it'll be a 7.5 out of 10.
You think that's what it'll actually end up being?
Probably an 8. You know,
I'm hoping, I am praying that it's like an 8 or a 9. I'm afraid it's going to be like a 7. I think it might. I really hope it's not as bad as the other two.
I liked Force Awakens a lot. I have a lot of.
I just don't know how they'll wrap it up.
I have a lot of faith in J.J. Abrams.
I don't have any faith in him wrapping it up, though.
We'll see.
That's what I'm worried about, is that they can't wrap it up. Maybe they don't have to wrap it up, though, because maybe they'll give some sneak peek thing of what the next thing will be, because they probably won't do what I want. They probably won't do the Old Republic. They'll do some new brand bullshit that they'll completely create themselves.
And you're still going to spend your money on it.
Of course, I'm still going to watch it because I'm a Star Wars fan. Unlike some people I know.
I like the
they
Mets,
want to complain
and I talk
about
a lot
it.
of crap about them.
Man, I wouldn't think you like them, though. You have a lot more bad
when
to
you
say.
love something,
Maybe.
that means you can criticize it.
Not the way you do. You criticize it more than you say you love it. Think about that.
I love Star Wars.
You got to say it a lot more than that.
I love Star
If you
Wars.
ever want to balance out the things you
I
say that
love
are shit
Star
about.
Wars.
Okay. On that note, I think we're gonna head out. Let us know how you feel about Star Wars in general. I would love to know other opinions. I know neither of ours are the only ones. Some people might.
Mine are the right ones.
So Joe thinks. Some of you might really hate the prequels. Some of you might love them because it's just Star Wars. I think pretty much all of us can agree that we don't think that the prequels are incredible by any means, but I think that there is a lot of good in them still.
Sure.
So, all right. I'm Zach. You can
This
find
is Joe.
me at Papa Ferguson, POPPAFERGUSON on Instagram, and at Ferg_the_first FIRST on Twitter. And Joe, where can they find you?
At JOE. On Twitter at JOESETYON.
Okay. All right, guys. We'll have one more episode before Christmas
Yeah,
comes.
we'll see you next time.
I think so. But if we don't catch it before then, have a Merry Christmas. Have a Happy Holidays with your family.
Yeah, have a happy.
I have no idea when this is going to come
might
out.
air after Christmas.
It might.
So either have a Merry Christmas or we hope you had a Merry Christmas.
I think it'll air right before, but the next one might not. So if we catch you before then, have a Merry Christmas.
And if not, then we hope you have a Merry Christmas.
Let us know how you feel about Star Wars.
Yeah.
Well, we're excited for it. We just really hope it doesn't suck. So
Our DMs are open.
Whoa, Joe. You hoping somebody slides in?
No, I mean, like, our DMs are open for complaints.
Oh, yeah. Complain. Tell us what you want us to talk about. Whatever, man. But we'll see you next time.
See you next time.